All right, this ni bola binaka bakalebu na sema mai bikim ni na barorong tikmena bese burubura bese viti bakatalanga kina na bese Amerika ni sambula ni mata binaka mai binaka bakalebu sara na nomuni sema mai na yaka binaka ni signi kuwa ngome Hawaii sa ochingona bimama ni 5 ena yaka ni singa moniti ni katolu ni singa ni bula o Januari namba kirunondolo ro sanga bulu karua naka binaka bakalebu sara bikem ni na biokani ni sema tikumai binaka bakalebu na nomuni rongoda na kali malumu ni vakambula na ya ni na lomo ni madongo ketua tikivu mai Hong Kong ya do Australia mataka ni kuwa ketua ngande sare Finland bakatelanga kini Serbia ia ni kuwa na ngande sare Amerika vambula sar chikani bikem ni todo sare binaka bakalebu na sema mai ni mataka na ngande tikoi Korea watake New Zealand ve kemni na varong tiko mai goindonga na programo leka sara nonda soto baka biokani resurating nga may bida na nunggu itokani ngo mera may talan noa baka bulanga baka madal tekira nga na non bubali na buno resya makina baka madal takatalanga na sa Amerika daberto sa machikumikina oti enangay soli na ngauna mernangay bakambula ba ira kada na biokani may viti kada vesi burbura bono era sema chikumikina kabinani kwa kabingo tolutiko na yasana matakitiko na yasana bakaturanga ombua sana o nanronga na yasana o kandavu babini binakatak sarvali bikimni na nomuni sema mai ka babini binakatalinga berto na nogitokani marama non tu yalo vinaka merto baka yotakan nungu ker malumu ngole ani non tu lomani email na nungu ker virtu merto mai bulani bika dana kai vinaka ni kuwa ba vini vinak sarvali virtu ya ni kuwa na ta kosa sara city level New York o klani level weekend na do rong da tunga na city level go New York nda sarambe kana yalo levu na kanda na ronga da membeleta na city levu ngo oti enda na ngai toki mai ki California tolu na nonta to marama to tikuni kua to matataki California to na ngai ngande talanga mai Hawaii na yano Oahu siama tikumikin na nugu marama tau me na ronga o Clarinda tiko na kanda maliongo Melita Kinikini o Sarah Dolata Foster o Chokaveti Hudson bakatalanga kino o no nito anti Jane Tukana seni Tukana na sasanga chiko ko mena siama talmai na mona libu ngo binaka bakalebu sar bikem don na marama na mundo siama mai sa na ngoli sarango New York bula binaka Mrs. Amel Tarkiniki
nimbula binaka na nakanda ni warong itik mai nimbula binaka Dr. T bula binaka talaki don marama we kango do tikona vital na kabnikua babinak valeu Dr. Tina ve sureti me kito me vitau mania na kabnikua me bukangan na vital nosa tikuna ada kunga amele tambuya tarkin kini au maramni chiliba na kasalaka mai kandavu au wasu na korotobu na yani no totoa na sanolau wawati ndelela sakau na tasir kito sa me bati kutingo ya New York se kito biombi mai vite na mbaki ronondol kandua Dr. Timo warak monitor sio
dono binaka bada tumanda na sabi na kalokong go New York bada tumanda na rak
ngonong ko sa Votok ko tinka biya bolak to tinka 5 minute me tinkan 2 na bongi ni monite katol ni January sa ko mamadal tak chik verto na maram oreda na nraki sa via -4 degrees Celsius below freezing point so mbata-mbata tungango na nraki wangol nga balay tumbiniko ya sa kon matagal mata sambo via kacil tok na ngonte O pamadal ta chiko sirso mengo na basement o sa labe sa mo nungu hita mo ren may kat-katok yan ontong ko na boot meren kat-katok na bango.
Isa. Mana ronon dolo kan tuang ko meta ba na ronon dolo sa ngabul karua. Sama tahu be kemni amele nan raki.
Iyo sa okay na ngon de ibuno ngandala ko kina le bisaw na baroni raki ba ndale mato kina kito mbimbi may viti kito may ambaki bia wala kitong ambaki tolike New York kito ngol sari Jerusalem kito le ambaki vai kya oti kito ngol tali i Nepal kito le ambaki toli Nepal ronondol kadiwa kito sa lestal may New York na bitinan na nito lilungan bubal sange nonita bitu na lako abu kina biasa buru-buru muna kata kina wilikino Pakistan o Yemen Afghanistan Libya vida tal na bono wita bikina na Middle East yung ko sa listal na lesi tal may New York sa may tal na bol liu ni na United Nations nambang na kena yada babiti na matambose se matentu matake buru-buru ya matambose da ko batan do dan timbaka na General Assembly ya na matentu da ko bate buru-buru na United Nations headquarters ya
Ia pada na buli berto na ngone rara berto na non to bilaka kin to bilaka ke bul nabi matin tunggo dongal sari Jerusalem Nepal do listal mai Amerika baka ta non to baka ditekir to nabi bono keda go totokan din nindaronga da nabi bono go so wikima bisa baka wakachu ka anda wili kembek ngani bola sa saramanel
iyo sera kalala nangoni sera non da tu dengan da kutiran dalla ko rasi sang soti ni bakilan dona kae kitom bimbi mai biti ne role matu singe kelas 5 kuna ne role matu singe kelas 5 saba mau na bula saoti same pamon dona turani Itali kia New York nero kenet na lubi kero ngone lewa ko ngoni dondo na katol ni ngone la singe ambaki roti ko kitom bimbi mai biti ko samba ki rusubu katolo ko na keni kawa angeli kito chime Jerusalem ungame basu di ke New York listale Jerusalem ko kachka nirse kalala rara anda tu dak nganda lakwe sarabia bakalo mai sandrendre na to sombata sarli vikilai sarli sota kana sonon rito kani Sabakatu, everywhere you go, there's a part of you in that country. Yes. You become, attached to the country emotionally without realizing it. Waka sometimes kita sambil bimai Jerusalem sakito bitang ida kina bitinan. Matu na bikito tamikito na samdo tangi da sin menum do bonongo matu me tankin. He was just trying to encourage us. Yan tangi waka sometimes even though I say, I'm a Fijian, apart from living in Fiji, koya nabibuno kesami tukino tamikito nabibuno bilakakin, and without realizing, we human beings, we get attached to places, to people, and that's the beauty of it. And bertolak miki ne role matu angami graduate na high school ike, dona ka andre na nito ngol may nakabinakina ni tuna private school rabulikina kami Jerusalem relako na private school na sana virtu na the Jewish side of Jerusalem. It was a British system. Kitungole Nepal bertolako na American school. Yan ang una lako mikinik. There's a lot of different requirements that she had to do in order to graduate from high school. So there was, SATs and all these exams and that she had to do in 1 year. I was even surprised. And, as a mother, kada na tininda ko tirna lugan daw sing tindan kilas na bata na non na may dingo man na bisaw ni bulike. Yan nakabi na kakin na system ikinir satu na counselors and na resources to support them to be able to do that. She played soccer, claro, kang sangi wambimbitak virtu na gitu, patikia na music instrument, dona kai buki remera make friends kin nile lakmoko matenika durwana team ni soccer. So she immediately made friends because she played soccer. Oito umbitiko me lakuna music buli piano, so tabtal so na ilala. So I think for parents in dona kando kutikan made it easier for us to make friends in the vito sakitur ng one. They make friends and their friends become our friends. So I think it's hard. And then in the vito kiaking the toki no move you're moving from one country to the next. To toki may Jerusalem. Laku Nepal sang na waitui. So the container nito ya kau mai wantondo ni Calcutta, India. Sangga in rivatek me lo mnibono ma India me laku Nepal. Gaya de Nepal ngoni sala lalai. Na container sinan lekel to mateni wal bat saringing go ngoni sal. Sangga lekel tal wantono warehouse orto sangga ndala na lori. Sangga wonto ni wana lori lalai ni Nepal dan ribatuki na bitar tarwango na motoka kento laku nga. Talia scratch na motoka kuningon sala lalai. Io and retok non reto adjust merto me tobola na systemique gendo na kair na ngoni buli mana private school nirlako mana public school they're not used to it kleina private school very pampered all the embassy children, all the United Nations, all the diplomats children, they go to the same school yani lak mikke mateni singar tole singame so how was school today? I hate it. Horrible. They didn't like it. I hate it. I hate it, mom. They're not good. They're not nice. Gendalak mikke ni do tentu mena rokeni kulniango. Yem kita to mena 100% Jewish neighborhood. Relebu lindo ten irike reseng mendenga ni klikianda. Kero sini biti rto bana UN school, United Nations school in a city. To bimbisir nga ba na neighborhood kito chikino go yan do na kakito ding ta kina na neighborhood go glete ni irna chiu do na kano do bimbitak na huli so we knew it will get better so as it got better ko nero kalilay ko ngone ko tihubuli sar ngaike isarla pasando kadi sakadi Ima Ima is mom in Jewish kadi Abba is father in Jewish. The next thing sa tarungo ko mom is my lunch kosher? Okay, you look your lunch is kosher. But it was for a start it was difficult. Then they start to make friends. Same thing, Tungol nga miker tumbiuna music classes, rtung gito. Vukira na nonra wikilai ya na sitting go New York class nongon dando yo mentanga ngon sige lak mikiniki ono mga New York nga sa Manhattan, that was New York but without realizing na sitting go New York Google tak chukini ko just preparing for this. So read New York City alone 8.419 million people live in New York City alone. And New York City covers 5 boroughs, which is Bronx, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Queens, and Staten Island. But we live in Long Island, right? In the part of New York, Long Island. So, and then that's New York City, it has 5 boroughs. And New York State, New York City, which is 8.419 million population. And then we have New York State, which is about 19.45 million. Tukuna new kerobitan lo chikenito tasen berengo. Tukuna ko. Go nintro sabitan lo ki Dr. Teresi. Tukuna ngabi ko ngo bakay na moisinga. Moisi sa chik na moisi koro, na moisi tikina, na moisi asana. New York talaga ba? You can be in New York, right? So the city is New York. Your zip code and your state is New York, right? And of course, New York Na city ngo ko kama yung mandanga ngono lak mikini ke libu na kanda bulida, apart from the attractions of New York ko sanda kilatu nda retu na lealo o kasam tan dono ngono kiro lialo na Regal Regal Theater Mesuba cha sabar tek mi bango na city New York wasar ngoyo la ko New York that's a nice beautiful city wasar ngo nito tavio kunilanga dona singo na kutiko New York Wasarango, and I thought, he was just saying, well, maybe he was just saying it, but when it really happened, kakorna no mana singa andorli ale alonge kaibik ni nandona singa nge kotiko New York. So there's a lot that the city has to offer, and apart from the attractions that we all know, to the Empire State Building, the Ground Zero condo, the Twin Towers, Liberty Island. Also, something we don't realize, New York is the melting pot. There's about 800 languages spoken here in New York. There's about different 800 languages spoken in New York City alone. 38% of the population living in New York are people who come out of this country. And it's not only the attractions that makes this city attractive. It's really the city of the world. We have the financial district here as the center here in the city, and we also have the headquarters of the United Nations that makes this city get connected to all parts of the world. So it's a very diverse city, and one thing I like about it. Din da may tubango na domistak na kenda kakana New York na bimatanggali kata mata tambian ramay bulat ngo New York. I can have roro, I can eat ndalitana, na ndalo, na tapioca, na bunji, na ika, can be matangali. So in terms of food, even though I still miss some home food there, it's not the same, but still we can get food here that we eat at home. Yes, ako nga tunangan nito tamo ito ni bikim ni Dr. T. Go kay na mo si nga na mo si Koro, na mo si Tikino, na mo si Asana.
Good, what a good comparison there. Tunangan bagi mapinti sangat to minamosi. Ito to kasarangare, dali mo na kanda ulida ni chiko New York State sanga chiko na city level New York lebu saranga kanda ulida ni ko.
Kanero ronanero ngonela ko karoni ngoni ketul robuli na University at Buffalo, which is still New York State, ngonarto Savangar University chukina kerotin verto. We left the world to come to New York, so you must choose a university within New York. Na University Romolikina is still within New York, but it's an 8 hours drive each way. Right? So we drive 8 hours to go to this university, which is at the border of Canada and New York. Kondo chikina Niagara Falls, asra na border chikina Koruli. So that was an 8 hours drive each way. We did that for 6 years. Do embakiban, do talembakiban. About. But there's a lot that we continue to learn, and now he's sa listal minito ta sa Michigan headquarters. Non nakata kang garabachik na Middle East, but North Africa.
Wow. Sandina. Bada manda na kena tarike na chiko na COVID-19 bada na kena tarike mdo na bubale na sirabulondo wai chiko kin. Ninda rongo da nindo longo na leusa rebilibil ni COVID in New York mele.
Yeah, we were the epicenter of this COVID at one time. Gomdan makumbukira menamba kitolu chingo na mache ulo mache. Semberom dengan nimbonto nungan mikitureni sa tinan sa kachibioniko. Mom, we haven't been able to celebrate his birthday. Ito nga nungan sudu making 2019, 2020, 21. Se lakachik nga ako na COVID. Yasa ko nga ya ni matintungo Amerika sulit na ngalala. Mendan dingita kana kanda via vador, right? Sini basura rata ki birmera dula, na mera vaccine tak ya. Begitu kung sa yadong amin na vaccination, we all had to, we all took it. Ya, babo sernganggo na makumbikiran sige bakiru bata da chingo ko ngasini dulu. Eka chungani ko ngo nungu onda vila na katol ni nerongonela. O ko ti ko amele booster shot. Ya, dona kandrendre kito sa klinisado na COVID santa chiko kede vale na buli na dakta kede vale. Sa uti sa kau wakasanta ke mesat dola tal research kede vale. We all meet in the kitchen. Do you andona room no buno sandu dakta kina everyone on Zoom. Sa ko santa mamurianga na pamadal ni buni wa isoli mai kangaro ni me saba chikna linga dava mask uno kendala kinyango na lenga lebundo chingo koir na semberni dula koira sotaba chikna ndendre lebura tavi COVID manda walenga valilenga rabnaktal you're given the choice and you choose what you want to do. Kitu babu vale, we all decided to take the vaccination. Nero ulmatua, she works out of the house kwa senge vamo nampula saoti. Sa tudak nero ngonele ortonele tol. Kona tinengi makumbukero, she's working from home. Ken katolu, she's working at the Rockefeller Center in New York City. So she has to go to the city every now and then. Sa kwa sa lidula mena booster shot nikwa. Isa ko nga, endo sedang garon tu nga, bet ni rumdangana kinamdangana sa azula. Serangan itu weekenda. Ibang biniti ko ibal na ngon lila isisang chigni zula kito sa anggaron itu ngair nala kumay. Kendo dengan wal main sa darmek tok nga na mask sabi na kada sermain go yana Omicron ndarong da chika ni bito bisar chigo very contagious ndanga ungang ka tak chika ni nerong nelle ko mondondo sa rabuli chiko sa ko wearing a mask the whole day. I just don't know how they do it so lunchtime, just go outside, open your mask, and just to breathe some fresh air. Everybody's just doing the best they can. And one we need to manina tolo COVID meraninda halal.
So we can all visit each other. Oahu with Clarinda, or we can all go and party in Sacramento and in San Francisco. Isa totok. Nele usarama bulu chukmin goni bula ni bulu bitaka na veo kado ni sema chukmai na vese viti vese burubura tos chukan na bitala nongo kito sema sar chuko vertole va dodon mele lima na marama ya na kitu kalima nang gay total singo nang gay sema talepat kikoya men total nga na noni tala no ambleto ko sa total chukan na ngono balabu asami tu kinunggo Amerika vele ka chunga balelay na no mo na libo nakpaliban ti Jane kuni lengar to na marami nimbua sama tataki kem do may bo Joey but we will have a special session just for you and Jane nakabakalim sara sa to ko ba ko chamele ngo sa kana ngona mo bambula manta bira na biwakani era sema chukme ngome na besi viti besi burbura au klan sa on tarchunga na Facebook kay kandaw au klan so talbek nga may banuer na sema chukme bambula manta nak
wali bu Dr. T ya mumbula nak nunggu weka mu warong chukme na mataka bike bayau ondo minda susumay na dona buwale na tinanda mabaka mamadalta ko chong may chiliba na kaselek Kandavu. I'm very proud to be from Kandavu. Yan na tinikito na marami ni Toto. Wastu nga ba law. So kaya was ko Dr. T, I know very well which part of Kandavu she's from. Yan indo was ba Kandavu, University it's broken, but kaya ka was na was ni tinango matatabi na ka fluent. Yan anong da influence na tina very na lugan. Ito ba ka samta kanito ni indo lako ni bale. Sando dunrubi nito ta dabra na bra bos chikia balo kirna lala ngoni ke mera buli na bos gado da butu tunga na tinikitu ko vina kata me bosa bakanda buna vekan la kuma me babulidir ko yo na bosta kina anu ko bosa takila bosa bakanda we ya nimbul vina kana wekangu mone dhake mone ra ni warong chikumai me nonda yani anu ni silandi leilai kindo da butu vina vale nom ni vito ko ni chikmana kabni kuwa wambula chikmani goi New York kimni talngana wekangu mana yasa semwala wambula tala chikngayani Waimaron delela sekau ni tasiri namo si talenga ni na korni ni tuta ochi sarangan ni koro tarap sa te ko namo si ko da kan review kan ni verto namo si karto mbati turang talanga wana turang na tino si so na da view kan ni Mapuno la copa o clato na tinango na wasui matuku berto na turana tu matuku eroi matuku na turana tamango wasui soltabui ko baka ada chikino yao totoka ni da na meka nikua o sa baka ulenga tak na lebu na taro batarong bio doktati o sa baku tuku bena nunggung kasih bale o tarong bio ko pamatal tang de bio na nunggu matanggal na nunggu toka ya o sa kilato I just want to make sure that sa tarong mo ko sinro o pamatal tak sarendo nga nabitala no viva ambula tek nga ya totoka tu ninda kilana bono da butu mikina ya so ndo na tarnya ko ya o may chilivan na kasalaka kandabu wasu nga ito buto lau bawati wendi na tasiri nakabali dokter ti nomni visureti yo mtanga usengere di robo kandoro na maramani chuktalango Amerika da chuktalango Amerika ni bonole da seng ni sota ya babna bali mdarani sota na kabingo kimnina kai to barong mai wanu ni bina katuyani ni nandona mbaki bina kabekende viti da bakasam takti bola kiti kuna ngoni binding dingi lebuna kaya kiti kuna nda banua nda banu ni tunga bana kaloni ko ngana bunua nda rekina lak mikina buru-buru ni alumatua na buku na beka bina todo ni to bubale be singa masule kiti viti na yalu na bakasama na banana no tuina nda bunua na bengo na kede tu yani nda masula kitu na nonda matentu na belu taki masula ki nonda banua wani ni tu ni maro itu na nonda bulan dona ngona midana satu talen nonda banua da mitu bang ngona banua lele nonda bakasa melak tu ngan bi kimni no ke kimami viti singa kerubitan itu babi wetini da buti tingni tu tango na banua lewe they really don't need us you know, we love our country. Fiji needs us more. Sa wala chik menangona medana ritaikina. Sa tegunda vitana tak chiko ibena bono anda ritaikin. Irinangone sa randre chiko, don't go, stay with us. Usando tukun chiminto ta, you know, our purpose should not be linked to our children. They have their lives to live. We have our lives to live. Yanda ba mina chiko chingana lom nilawani kalo ke nina kimindali ritai viti. Sa koya ke sang bunua na bitikin na kalo na bang tekyan datiko na valeu Dr. T
vinaka valeu sara mele talakinikini vinaka valeu sara na sema chukme New York na essa America na idhambe ni singa totoko bakawoti na mubi wasei au kila ni kana mini che keni matai che keni korakora ni no mula kumai nan total na ngona imbera banin total na vitala no kay bisurich tu yatu ke bano ngalala mo kay ngol tal may mito mantalen na nan tutubi wase rong binaksaranga bu ketal nga bikenra ra warong chumikan ra pambulu chukmai bi wasi bikenra na sali sumay New York sili lo malangi neta dombula binaka bikim ni na sali sumay New York binaka bakalibo na bi wasi ti kumai ngondo le batabate ndaraninda sema batamikina en bata ni VOC kena kani kena velomani naka valeu saramel naka iya may New York to sana ngwal sarmay na in rom ni singa i California to sana sema sara ki be Sierra Dolata total na maramo ni kantau tale sema chuka salak sa lalambe ko kantau klarinia kantau is empty now, everybody's in America. So, So from small New Zealand to another New Zealand, but now to the bigger New Zealand, I think, in the United States. Pinakabalib Sarah, ready Vambul man the weekend of your kind.
Binaka Dr. Teresi, Mumbula Binaka, Nimbula Binaka, the my vici, we are say Borobora near to make in Ambula Binaka, Ambula Sarchi Kandabu, and Koro, Rakaki Alkandabu. Ambul chen we ke mu korno wek mu barong cuma yang ada mono tu me ke se bura ambule juga ni banu ni bina kecil na embaki wo iyo dokter tio ada kina juga mu gitar mai
Dono iya na embaki besar man to sama butuh ke Amerika ka nanum sama itu ke
iya oi iyo eu sei lá como eu singa embaki chin ka dio sa bici mai ala ko may wuli Hawaii may wuli torda ke wuli college may wuli na netu kur wuli lot na Brigham Young University ko Hawaii laye Hawaii o may wuli ka dei na chinika diwa wal sanga wul kalim o may wuli Hawaii i wuli pe Hawaii ada sana dio sanga wul kan do graduate iyo korade au saba ke we ngona na vici Akia, olokali vici, au graduate with a bachelor's degree in education. Mula ko mo libi babuli di vici. Kanong gunana, malas raman gunana may chiguno atenta kanong graduation. Yeah. Au sa may tuikay, au sa kabe kia bakia. Yo kia magasibuli. Susun kito, kito na kobe kito. Mutuili bola. Na buru-buru le butuari. Kibuto mutu na kay vici ko manising mutu susu kaya sa manising do matikina. Kita mutu le cera mancinga di vici, yo ko buru-buru le mutu ari tumba, mutu wili bola, mutu kila buru-buru mutu laku, kita na pacinti di buli mutu lay buli, sarang yang nanggungona de mo may buli saka okay may buli, yo sa graduate la sarang okay may chukuru graduation, kore sa okabe ke bakia, o sa baki sabi tu Amerika, saka okay, sandon lewa iko, makarata na mumulay kai. Sila na mumula. Osaka, sabi na kana usana chico, usana buli kai. Usana tui kai. Korna buli may Hawaii. Oto kita ke may na Bay Area, San Francisco. O may chico San Francisco. Na Bay Area. Abo kita na Bay Area ke.
Sanjina. Iya, mana mo may tui Amerika. Na sonero bani mondo nunu mitu hevit. Tu sonero ndo numatu.
Mana nunu miso ila tunga ba kaya kache de nandar kaya de wa mele na ndati Amerika no le bono mala ko Amerika ya kenda nanda banana ni tunga mi wich ando banana ni wich ba bimbi na kani matabu bale nda mistakina tuna nda sudu na bungongu arpa ma uno nda weka na mate herwade nda mistakina na meti Amerika ya yendoram pula utali tikira ti Amerika ando kabe kira ngu friend wen bala ngira tikai ndo tornyau. Why you want to stay here? Why don't you want to go to Fiji? Ke ba mimi ke asa ro guru mate na wani America block beach. Ule so aruka ngabe. Why you want to be in America? Why you want to be in California? Fiji is so beautiful. Ka serio. No ri black beach. That's true. Ndo kato enchela ndo me kuna ba lemle beach ando kabiri yo bona bina ko beach yo tanga utali te America. O ba beach ya. Ko beach no beach ki beach lo ke ndo tamati is bound to be somebody that will know me or know my mother or know my father or know anybody in my family, you know. Kay California min declare or la ko tunga bitali kay min declare tu gadi mala sa tabiao. To be anonymous,
Sa totok sando nang wala pala no momento may natsin ka di wala sa kalima may buli karena mo bulan 1991 si tusar tunga kamera ko medo ka
Iya. O mangangan panto ibici korra ultime Hawaii o mangangan ibici ntone rumarau pakai silta kaya di I mean I was so young back then in my 20s I wanted to surprise my mom. I went back home tila ka batikin niya nung ponto nerto doko bibit ko na weekend wata kitu kada na text man ya anda bumeda ka nakatwali na buli itoro kia kemangke ultime gospel kindoro kia sa sombuteni na matrikor bulio sa mula bekia. When back home, yo lis mai sa nunggu along asa tunga Amerika sa ado sa nung samay bawa jo samay tunga Amerika, samay tunga California.
Oh, totoka. Tu sona ero rone wasea na no mai tu California sona lele bun rabarong chumika andra andra biarong to sona ero ndo tali tekina o maro tekina na no muchik mandangai California.
Iyo vinak Dr. T. O dona ber malakra chu California bikini barong chumai. California ebanua bia bo malaktan andra ki California maybe New York California se bo ndabia kata toka dila tuna singa bola kai waitui. That's why I love the Bay Area because I can still smell the ocean. Ondo kaber nungu friends. I wanna be summertime kaya mo lak mo mechuk na singa mo leitong bali nukunuk. Leitong banga nukunuk kaya nanunuk mulimbay soko na nukunuk ndriwa. But it's nukunuk when it's waitui. Se waitui nga
Iya. Dinasar.
California ke bola kai matasawa. Ba atención en la ruca de Guamele kai tala i California renta kanya tala kakana may beach kasi po la kasar mo beach kai maybe New York buka may kai sa te buka may gona Fiji Airways asa I mean do buka tu may LA ngo sang beki to San Francisco kay dolang na 2018 or 19 COVID yeah and one thing the other thing I love about California is the Fijian community here in California. They buna kai witir tike le may nonda. Chico na iba pa koso be matagal iba pa koso le niloto da tike tunanra but kena be tikina be sana me witir tike da kananra lotu klanda bola tu ban son kan ba ka ba witi. Kitona kandabu very active tike na kandabu USA. USA, USA. Every province in Fiji is almost everybody is represented here. Then in California, apart from being with the Fijian community, I like California because it's multiracial. It's very from other parts of the country that California is very different from the other parts of the US. It's not a real representative of the US, and I said I don't care. California, people here are very open-minded. I like that. And most people in the Bay Area are educated, which is very nice because in the view of and I have very close friends who live close to me here. My colleagues girls, ladies I went to college with, who were friends with in college from Fiji. And from here in the US, we keep in touch, kind of like to California. Yeah.
Totoka saranga takenta na California ni matataki tu na biasa ni beach so it's like a home away from home.
Right.
Is that how you would say it?
Yes, exactly. Dala ko ni na mata bitasawa chikito la ko na to danis na nandonga na bosa.
Oh, so kumbula
Ito kumbula malakan song ratubu kitulay support ito dakan dito Kandabu Day in back in September to may dolan na I think tay labor to may dolan to may song nandonga sa kemimuara kasi may song nandonga sa to trama to na sa no komba that they also coming merto may story na ka bio kan makao may biche ba ku kontakta ko ke Dotra na kawe tu kuna be California kile chukini lebu ke enda caregivers
Yes.
Caregiving here in California. Donero tu kuna dona ka ndo ba bita ka ber na ngwane ko lak may biti. Sandali ronga na ilawe rawi ke na ingarabi. One thing ndo ka lak me ke ni kuni rere na ka ni bosa ndo don ver ala ini da ka kina. La kenda pa sa mandon kenda tamatalotu kenda kachu kenda tamatalotu may bichi kenda lang may kenda lotu nda kay lakam na mulotu wasa mandon ver no mumboso la ira ke mere ke tamatar era yo tamatar ramatun rarai if you are upfront and you tell them about what you're doing as a caregiver ira na lo maniko ira na bukeiko la kunta may rere ondo kabiri ke ira na ndo sa taba ko relak may bitir rakangu to kani ndo me da kana da kabango ndo kabego kuni rere sio bana ka in a way that is kaya sinle irritated ka tamatik sio ban but you show that you are willing to learn Dora kaya uri da birna, utalita ka birna, kami birna tambang kasi da mingara biru tike. They have a different generation, eh? Although I encourage, korando lak maybe kundare, kaya maybe kena twin weekend, kenda iron der kibalang iron dotan. Iro kata kena air tamata talanga. Iro kata da bosa bandon raram tarain da tukuna bandon naka, be honest and upfront. You don't and don't naka we tukuna beletna. Nakakin the me the cabin in the make because a lot of people come here to the me the cabin that can go, eh?
Pinakabalik sa na bibang gate, eh? Kuna reto, eh? Kuna reto, iyo.
Kuna reto, chuka na na balolo machu. Kuna reto.
Yan sa ragaban ito na rin binikilan da taro, eh?
Excellent. Yeah.
Pinakabalik sa Pabi binaksar bali kemu sera na mo may biwase ni lebu totoko ba kawchi na mo basa bandon donu biwase bosing talaga na no bibal ganga tekonana bi kemtu ba bitadine mutu wili bolo balewu mutu la khayatu no burbur lebu tuka don dina na bosen bibal ganga tekinji weekend pinakabalik sa ka sa kanangona mo bambula manda bi to may banua bikin ratalangan na biyo kan rasya mo chukumika na buku ni non to may soto bata ba biyo kan na matab ni lebu na kaser
na wali sar dakti doner ngu maraw na ngu wili kana ngu message o kindor ramada o kindor total tikina I was honored baka to na ngu email I was very honored that you invited me to be part of this o be bambula sar to be kirto may bichi o eu na ngoni rakiraki alikanta boyo wasu tabuki o wasu ngaloa Marotakin na mu program kaya na mu daw sila may process tekla din ko sa kandaw tali tekin sarwa alev ni chana ngoni kandaw wasi kandaw wa ambula chukaj wa ambula man mande berton ko korri ba asu benga loa tumbula benak menga loa tumbula ngalwa raramba ambi mbi benana tuyabu may tub madam tumbula ambula tukai ambula tabalengu ambula koren be kemu ba ambula bana nungu one and only kor nungu mbumbu se ambula chimenga lo mbumbu songo baba ambula be kem toto doko ba ambula ngaloa ba ambula sarchugani nungu korre rekraki al kandabu ratulelai lakau be nungu nei blo labe chumendaku be kem to korra nungu weka nungu tabale nungu tadingu na kemu nungu ratu nungu naumu tumei kandabu pakai telai suba ambulan bambimbi we kemto ambul search kan we ki kurun tading tur tuch ko ngilandi biasa buru to dak mutu ken weka ambul chkan bule binaka ba ni naka chen namba 2022 me chamba ki binaka to dak weekend so binaka chkan namba ka binaka ba live dak ti ambul per no bitokani bulu sawani class of 80s ni chungor me suba be sai buru da mani tuki no ba ambula search and we kimni au pa au ni tak chugani o ba ni na chugani na mbaki bongo tatla na ka be bisure dr tin do chuni ton danis ton SSOG kada ton SSOG bisure chugan we kimni ke ni ronga chungwe na mo ni chungwe California ni la ko mai reggae night to reggae night kana kawalu singa go nakwalew dakti
Vinaka dan sa sama matakan na vital no nilebu reggae night kem kai to talaka o muleva na vital no ni sera ka ko ngani muleva na reggae night sa tukun mingo
if you didn't go to US come to the reggae night
Vinaka berto na so ni buli oti mente na kumbau na nakachikuno non roto so ne kawal lisinga ni January kana baru isaranga ka
Sacramento
okay Sacramento iyo ningi bitar me bisera chuk talangar to na buli oti anti na kumbau chungo California ke baka chuko sora bina katara batataro ni politikite ni ngolean ni bitar tara ni biser kirto talangan na bulioti erto chuko talangan na mona liba na Facebook kaya kau ni singro ni ngole ni politikite ni politikite me ngole talba kay dua balata na baka na songko ni senten ko chuko na kana inaki binaka nakianga ni takino ni na vitoko ni kini bikem na buloti may London ni matapatuto bikem do ikaw ni kuila au klan ni sakilati ko ni siya makebekebe ker muninga bitartaren berto na marama California Sacramento batake San Francisco. Okay, vinaka bali besar barama, vinaka bali besar sera na may pamadala leka-leka na nanto program ni levu, babi ni vinaka sar chuka tu levu, baka mbulu chumika ulumila baka lalambure, au klan na nato na OG may disiland dito na bito puntal nga may, vinaka bali levu andi ulamila na sema chukumay, vinaka. Iya, may California to na ngwali sar mengoy Oahu, be Clarinda, ni oti na nona pamadala na marama taubu maram ni nanronga to salangay ngoli na sana umbua nangay baka chini chiko weekend to choka veti Hudson chiko talanga ndo na sere na langata chiko kwa weekend ni kuwa men songa to chiko no vital no toka men na bono levungo Amerika to sana baka mbula sarango vi Clarinda marama ni komabe sana nanronga vi kim ni keda na turang maram ni nanronga ni siamo chukumbe ni kuwa dola bina chukungondo na mundo ngone siamo sar chukaningo I Oahu Hawaii aloha dola bina Clarinda.
Hola, Vinaka pakaleo Dr. for having me. Aloha mai kako from Hawaii. Le Vinaka auliva in na Rosavakaviti Kalasi with you, Dr. T, but it's not enough to carry me through this conversation, so I'm going to speak in English most of the time, but I'll do my makumbula. Nairangu o Clarinda Tivoli, ang ni nandronga nanongu koro o kumave, nanongu koronivasu o lepe asamo, nanongu matanitu o mbremasanga. Yeah. So, what was your question? What do I enjoy about being in Hawaii?
Yes, absolutely. You know, like connecting into the United States and you representing Hawaii. How long have you been in Hawaii?
About 9 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so on and off a little bit.
Yeah. And what brought you over to Hawaii, Clarinda?
Love, but also that's not entirely true. I came here to dance, so I came here for some long vacations. I was working too hard in Australia, and and I came. I when I was 12, Mum brought me and my sisters here for a holiday, and when I was 12, I looked around and I was like, I'm going to live here one day. I don't know, I just knew it. And then, and then fast forward, I was in my early 20s and working way too hard and traveling all around Australia, living out of a suitcase and just sick as a dog and, overworked. And I was like, man, I need to get away. So I came to Hawaii for some long vacations and ended up meeting my husband. But I came here and I was dancing. I went to the Polynesian Cultural Center, PCC, just to take lessons from, some of the best teachers out there. I was doing Ori Tahiti and hula. And, met some cool people. I met my husband. So he's prior Navy. So he's in the U.S. Navy as a submariner. And so he did his 10 years a few years ago. He got out, and but we like it here, so we're gonna stay for now, I think. So see how things go. But I like that I have my dual citizenship in Aotearoa and Australia as well. So in case, but no, I love it. We love it here. We have no immediate plans to go anywhere else. Definitely love the fact that we're in Pacifica, in Oceania, where we can get the foods that we like, and I've got a couple of uto trees in our backyard, and growing some bele, and had some bele in my noodle soup today, and made some palusami over the weekend. And so it's nice to have our our foods, although I still get some frozen cassava from Fiji at the shops here, they import it. But it's still nice because, you know, my sister, you know, as we did the Talanoa earlier with my sister in Philadelphia in Serbia, and she just can't get any of that food. She can't get any fresh seafood being landlocked. And, you know, even just things as simple as like Chinese food or, you know, Vietnamese, you know, she has to go like travel 2 or 3 hours to other major cities to, you know, eat like that. So it's very, so I feel so bad when I'm eating all this. Oh, what you eating? Oh yeah, I'm eating some palusani leftovers and shit. Like, oh man, don't tell me.
So she was saying she had to drive 2 hours to Belgrade just so she can eat sushi and you know, Thai food.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's hard because, yeah, when you can't eat, and she's sick a lot, you know, because of the cold and then not being able to eat the foods that we're used to. It's, yeah, it takes a toll a bit. So I'm lucky, I'm really fortunate in that way. At the same time, it's not Fiji, you know.
Yes.
It is also like it's like there's some things I love about it, you know, because it's so similar. We get the foods and, you know, but you know, it's it also kind of makes me homesick too, because it, you know, it is very American.
Yes.
You know,
very true.
it's not really. It's not Fiji.
I think it
It's
brings
not,
back
not
that
enough Fijians for it to feel
like no
that.
place like home, eh?
That's right.
Yeah, no place like home. Yes. Now, I know you have a very interesting background. You were telling us before we went live of how you were connected to Fiji and you moved from one country to another country to another. And so would you like just to tell us a little bit about that? Because some of our audience are very interested in just seeing your connection to Nandronga and to Samoa. And you mentioned Australia. So would you like to start from the beginning?
Oh, goodness, how long do you have? Okay, so it's such a story, my origin. Okay, so mom's family are Samoan, you know, but been in Fiji a long time. Was Nana, yeah, her mom that came over. So my mom's Florence Julian. Some people might know her. Often when I'm in Fijian company, I'm like, I drop her name because people know her as Miss Hibiscus, 1977. But yeah, so she, her Samoan family, in that they live on the in the west in Lautoka. So yeah, shout out to the Danfords and the Coffins all out there. And dad is yeah, from Nandronga, you know, super boy, but you know, from Komave. And yeah, George Tivoli is his name, and was in the police there in Suva. And so my older brother and sister, Philadelphia, and my older brother Yogan, they were born in Fiji in Suva. And then I was next, but that was in 1987. And, you know, the coup was going on. And so mom, oh man, this is such a story. So mom's dad, his name was Clarence Adams, and he was the mayor of Lautoka. But he died in when she was maybe 4 or 5. And so she wanted to apply for an ancestry visa to get to Aotearoa, New Zealand, which her father was a citizen. That's where he came from. So she thought, okay, I could go get an ancestry visa. We can get our family to go to New Zealand. But his name was not on the birth certificate. So she went into birth tests and marriages and, you know, tried to, you know, explain the situation and, you know, this is my father. And so, you know, I should be entitled to an ancestry visa. They said, no name on there, and they can't, you know, it was just blank. The father's name is blank. So she's like, okay, well, I have to figure it out. So she went and figured it out. she thought, okay, I'm going to come back with a box of all of his letters and birthday cards and whatnot, and that say that, you know, he's my father and I'm his daughter, you know, and going to bring it back. And so she came into there with a big box and tried to, you know, plead her case, and she's pregnant with me and emotional and like just trying to make this case. And they're like, oh, you know, I don't know if we can do that, you know, because her nickname was Billy. It was not, he wrote Billy and not her name Florence, so couldn't really quite prove it. Anyway, long story short, I'm not going to mention the name, but there was a particular somebody in that office that happened to walk by someone higher up who was able to, who walked by and went, oh, what's going on? And then she, you know, she explained what was going on. He goes, oh, so I know your father. I remember you when you were little. He said, oh, yeah, I was his right-hand man. And he said, oh, come up into my office and we'll sort this out. And they went and sorted it out, and they got his name on her birth certificate. Wow. And they got the ancestry visa. So that's how mum and dad got to New Zealand. And they got there just in time. So they flew on the day I was due. And then, 2 weeks later I was born. So I gave mum a little bit of time.
Oh, that is so nice. So this is in New Zealand now. Eh? Wow.
Yes. So I was born in New Zealand. Yeah. And then lived there we were there for about 6 years. So when I was about 6, school age, then we went to Australia. We lived in Sydney. So I was there for most of my life. Mum and dad are still there. But you know, we got family everywhere.
Wow.
Yeah,
that
we
is
just
so
keep moving
good.
around.
Yeah, it's really lovely, because I know Amele was in the hibiscus contest as well. Amele, what year was it, Amele?
That was 1989.
Okay. So there you go, Clarinda. You can mention to mom, because Amele, her mom is still here in Australia. Yeah.
Oh wow.
What was an interesting connection and amazing story, you know, especially with your connection in Fiji to New Zealand and then to Australia, and now you're here in Hawaii. And it's just wonderful, you know, that you and your sister are wanting to learn more about the language and about the culture. So what I'm going to ask you now is, I think the ladies, Chokaveti, Sarah, and Amele, and our listeners didn't know the search you did for your third chart. Remember the green chart? So do you have this chart next to you? Is it easy to access?
I do. Okay. Yeah. Well, I know it in here. But I do have
there
it.
You go. So Sarah, Chokaveti, and Amele is part of my class. We have a segment in my class that we call Who Am I? Who Am I? And so what Amele was saying earlier, you were contacting Fiji to get your Matangali or your Musa, your Tokotoka. That's exactly what Clarinda did. And so Clarinda and the sister Philadelphia, they were not sure. They were like, oh, I think Dr. T, we don't know many of our families and all of that. And guess what? She was wrong. So she's going to share with us some of the information she found about her Matavuvali. So over to you, Clarinda. In terms of your green chart, in knowing about your genealogy. So this is a lesson for all of us, Sarah and Amele and Chokaveti, and those of you who are listening in, that if you ask the right questions, you will get the right answers, and never underestimate your genealogy and your family connection. There will be someone in the village who will know about your genealogy. So over to you, Tao.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, it was so funny because I really did not think that we would. We thought that all that information was lost. We just didn't have those connections. So but we were still comforted to know, like, oh, okay, a couple of generations ago, a few generations ago, our ancestors knew this, and well, that's nice. That's nice that there was that. We know. They knew their manu manu and ika and what was the other one? The plant.
Yeah,
the tree. The cow.
Yeah.
yeah, and all of that, and and even just the Matagali and Toka and all of that, we didn't know, and we just thought, okay, well, we're not gonna know these things, but I don't know. Taking Dr. T's class, we were like, okay, well, let's just ask. So I just went and I just asked on Facebook, and I just tagged my family. I didn't know who would know what, but just tagged everybody. And it was funny because I was like, oh, we're trying to, so, Dr. T's getting us to work on our, Odeo. And I don't know what that is. We don't know who we are. Somebody help me. So, we kind of asked these questions like, does anybody know our Matagali? And if anybody knows, Dr. T says we can go to the VTV, and that's like our code, and we can figure out all that information. So I thought, okay, if it's just someone knows our Matagali, then we can do that. But sure enough, not long, my cousins were in there. Were like, okay, no, this is our Matagali, and this is our Toka, and this is our Kau and our Manu and it all came through, but I mean, not immediately. They were like, okay, let me make a call. Let me, and people were calling the village and getting back to me and putting the pieces of the puzzle together. It was a very, very long thread, and it was awesome. I didn't even realize we had connections up. So we come from the Driver family. One of the many Driver families from Sabsabo, but I didn't realize that we were connected up there. I thought that was all from Nandronga, from Kumave. So yeah, learned so much, and just realizing that there's so much more that we can learn when we start to piece it all together, and that everybody's holding a different puzzle piece. We just have to keep talking with everybody and figuring it out. But yeah, so my let me look at the screen. So yeah, I figured out Nanongigisana or Nandrona, Nobatikina or Kumave, Nanongigiabusa or Kumave, Nanongumatagali or Wangamitambua. I didn't know that. That's just amazing for me to know. Nanongutoka or Narongi. We're still clarifying our Davuti. I want to make sure on that one. We're fairly certain, but when I need to talk to everybody, make sure. And the proper title for our Tutubakunua. But Nanongukau na Salato. Is it Salato? Yes. Nanongumanu na Vore. And Nanongu Ika na
Kasala. Yay! So that was wonderful. Yeah, I was so happy. Sarah Chokabeti and Amele when Clarinda came back in the next class. So I gave them homework to do. So this is the charts that they have to fill in. So the first one, Odeo Yao, just to know their name, Nanonra Koro, Kornivasu, Nanonra Matenitu. So the next one is knowing the Sana Tikina, Yavusa Matangali Tokotoka. And then the green chart is by the end of the 10th week, everybody should know all of the 3 charts, especially the green one. Merakila nanonra tutuba banua nanre the wuti ni tutuba bangu kabimbi vera nangoniviti. Yeah, so just to share Clarinda's experience, that she was a little bit nervous. She was like, Dr. T, I don't know anybody's gonna know the information, but lo and behold, through the power of social media, she was able to get all this information. And now she's sharing it with us and reconnecting back to some of your family. Yeah, Clarinda, knowing some of the families back home.
Yeah, just not knowing the right questions to ask, like you said, because I would have loved to have known all that information, but no one's just going to come out and tell you it, so you have to ask the right question, and then they're all like, oh yeah, you want to know this here, so it's just awesome. It's like having all the passwords.
Good. It's getting all the jigsaw puzzle and all the codes. So that's something that I was encouraging Clarinda and the students, that our information that we're sharing on the charts, it's like our passcode. Passcode. Even for us to go to the Voleni Kaumbula to get the information, you need to know your Matangani. Yeah, so if you go to the World Council office and you don't know your Matangali, they won't give you any information. They will know this person is not Fijian because all Fijians should know. And on the Matangali, on the Tokotoko, on the Abus. So it's a wonderful experience of Inakavakalevu Clarinda for opening that door for all of us and our students who are coming in to know that they won't be stuck like you were, and now you have connection to Command. Yeah? Tau Clarinda. So now is the time for you to say Bula and wishing all your families all the best wherever they're logging in from. I know Mom is listening in from Sydney and your sister from Serbia. Over to you now, Clarinda.
Yeah. Oh, are you on live, like Facebook Live? Is that
Yes.
is that? Oh,
Yes.
that's so awesome. Oh, okay. Okay, Bula. Hi, Mom. and Delhi and yeah, just shout out to all of our family everywhere because we're everywhere. Delhi in Serbia, Mom and Dad too in Sydney, and geez, we have family. Auntie Mo, Monica May in Aokilani, in Aotearoa, New Zealand, and yeah, my other auntie living in Perth, and Momo Barry, and Auntie Felicie in Brisbane, in Queensland, and then all of our Bulatola, our family in Fiji, and the drivers, and the Auntie Kitty of the McDonald's, and all our cousins, the Rodens, and all our Suva family and Komave family, and yeah, feeling homesick. Wish we could travel. We're just waiting until borders open. Things are a little bit safer. We can make sure we can keep everybody safe when we'll be traveling and seeing everybody. But wishing everybody a wonderful New Year. Hopefully, a better New Year than the previous New Years. And just wishing everybody just good, some good rest and recovery from whatever we're all, healing from. Just wishing everybody some really good healing so we can move forward and do the things we need to do, and wishing more family connection, because I think that's what's going to get us through. Family connection and our cultural connections, our Fiji connections, things like this. This is helpful. This was like the highlight of my day. I was so excited to do this. So, it's really helpful to lift our spirits like this, Dr. Teresi. So, Minaka Wakalevu, really appreciate you. Salam alaikum, everybody.
Naka Clarinda. So thank you so much for connecting in from the island of Oahu, here in Hawaii. She's got paternal links to Komave in Nanronga and maternal links to Samoa, and acknowledging the Julian family, Florence Julian, that's her mom, who was Miss Hibiscus in 1977. So it's really good to know that connection. And also, was it your grandpa, Clarence Adams?
Yes, correct. Yes.
Who was the mayor in Lotoka. Yes, so it's really good to connect the family, and because many of us when we were born, we did not see that part of history, but it's nice that through this program we can be able to reconnect the families and the Bubale through you to Clarinda. And Loloma to your dad when you see him next. Naka Clarinda Vinandu. So from Nanronga, now we're going to go to Mbua, Chokaveti Hudson. So she's logging in from Sacramento. I hope she's connecting in now. Okay, good. Wow, she looks like an expert of Zoom. She was missing in action and then she just reappeared. So over to you now, Nguweka Choka, to greet your friends and families who are logging in now to kickstart your sharing with us. Vinaka Joey.
Boleh binaka Kevin na mo binaka ni kuat kasambong and a happy new year to everyone. Toma tangan rawa na ka beki meni Dr. Tarisi na besureti la ti mana mbang ni koa abina sarvalevu wambula i beki nta to doko tabaru maina arna bina ni koa arna birreni koa tango chokaveti lingani mboka Hudson au da umaina bono habula melehu na sanombua wambula i beki me odo sara mani habula lebih habula na biasa biasa berhuran di baru na arang buang banikea mendo melehu na sanombo odoho na bono lewo raramba ke odoho lubi na biasa berhura ke baru na nambo ini hua meu sambula re odosar
Sebenarnya, nak parisar cokaveti, do talita que bakalebu na nomami baitabi na nongo programa na sanombua, vinaka bakalebu na sema biokanitiko, kena sema ni ibikilai, eni bata ni rabuli otime jespa, dona kana nonra maruta kana nonra ronga tiko no mitala no bakatanga kina no mulanga ser, o klanya no mitini na nanda to vitalo ni kwa na no musere, ia sada manda na palabu ni no maitiko ngoi California maramangas ni buli bakadem angkas ni buli tu na maramango cokaveti rani pamadal takamanda weekend nak
yo olah may babi inani na 2014 wiman dando ngandi ngamay balo inangu uhe do ngandi ngamay ngon sireke na buli may bi do ngandi may kol spirit one 2014 ho sanggela may babi inani ho sa may iko so salah yung go ina kawalo niyang bahi niyo may iko he ale hisara manongoy excuse me abono iganongo yo Sacramento a city of Sacramento in a state of California okay you may capital a state capital of California or Sacramento ya babene na ina hello na beho mai na 2014 beho mai bi ako may laho me ekibu bo nando berbonua lando re o ya nando bonua bo orno de gona vero o marama o sabe o sego i go mai ave ha la dormo mai ni ave o ya gibo mai ya ayo babene belakan bola ni mau wale na be non ra be buki support from our families babene ben hai wane we marama inango meroni la barra in membo ni hua wendo avingo bina wale na wale me bibu ke igana ponongo ke inango ro sa igma ka igen anti Jane na Vika na anti Kesa bono barra me hina mo ni hua bina sar wale bondo me bibu ke no usangela me hina al akisara ponongo ni lewa hando obolingwe the land of the free and opportunity so endo halewu beba honge we buke sar halewu na onda me dahdaha pambimbi non ramai bulan lubenda mar ahina sar ni rani rahmai ahin rolu bengu and that they have this opportunity to study here ni ndo ansar haresar programs ramai ula ramai lewa hani on rahuli ramai ndiba ramai so abai wanangwe ka obe buhe ndo solibira pamimeni kesange ni ibuhe alahumai bosa ata pambeha extense or extent so different from theirs iyo so ndo hanga ndo bosa anda may just any here kinabanongwe anrahi wal emingon Mrs. Tarkin kini anrahi ndo bernga ha kami so apa mindu di sar ndi sar menan rahi maybe yo lep sar ego harre odo alawin odo handa harre ego handa vai so we just have to learn to adjust we just have to learn to adjust when we odo kami so apa berangone how al ensar ni opportunity ben rolo bengo en ran me buli he me wal emengon na wase emengon na Mrs. Tarkin kini ni o wai abi wale na sports na music ro luverna yo so bernen do how me ulai he en ro wai abi wale na ngone nangio they take part in sports. Na we horrible and lavina and ro we even ngi okay mangani we even right now and ro ngi oraka ibu. And ro la horrible whatever sports was in season and ro we awin and ro ringa na cross country and ro we awin athletics ngi osoka ndo hinro ndo very athletics ara what all the sports ever win ngi osoka ngi basketball the cross country athletics nga sami ilako ingo rugby kan iko abonwa ndo club ndo lewena iyo ndo hali ko na wasa may ngona misistar kini ni bebo sar sports na on may bikilay build up the relationship build up relationship karabe sarahin on rabe bikilay ke on rabe malu ay hera round re damba especially with their club. They come from different schools and they join this club. So they get the opportunity to link up with other students from other schools. Oh, so and so from that school. Oh, we play together, but he goes to that school or he goes to that college. Yeah, so some irambele around Sema. So Sema Sarahena, so we rapor Raula o he alubengul ma o he igunando program he benro a sheriff department adana iwa sheriff explorers program o he ngon bal enyon lalawa igo he menale dahra bena ambanini lawa later on ngona plan ana lalawa igo he menale by abi menali dah kan nang na bela ambane nilawa so salah earning go here on a preparation towards that goal as a leader ro have an sheriff explorers program we are a sheriff department and that on here it's in Venture Cordova so we you have singer in alaman mata mendo lauhina in a police station down sheriff kando iko berna volunteer they do a lot of volunteer for the community. And the hours are recorded. Kendo solia under awards at the end of the year, and kendo lauhina and the dinner, kendo lauhina under awards night, kendo solia under awards. Nabi although hera ulai with the volunteer hours, under hours there solia for volunteers. Or they live in say time from this number certain number. Kailangan ngesolver awards the leadership where allow sara into more detailed study with the law igo berungan to hena section do hena hinangon era bulida gardo solino awards when they learn more soli sara on rabe ma angalihan on uniform the pins as they go up so do haali no lendi ba ni ndo ipergano nendo lakokina what careers is what careers expo and for the community they did for the community sheriff the sheriff department and the lahon hin hiran Allah may been a navy and Allah may been police department and I was even wrong sheriff department do ani and a Sacramento Police Department ibu beranya ambana ibu kamu awas yang gue ibu berna abon warna level main warna lubenda at the junior program that's what I'm talking about so our little ones can go to these programs herangu American Navy heran sa ibu ini mana junior Navy there is a junior Navy program from as early as 8 years old kasaran nila uhina. They have their uniform and everything. They look so cute. Girls and boys.
Wow. Hati usar kami sarkala lai. Negara dia sona kaya renin da bulikin na ibu no may biti na bukan isona takataka Merci te usar kami na ngon ni sela lai
Bahkan oleh I saw that niata kan to whatever it's sort of expo for the community ro ulangan ro sheriff department karena gela kama ina ngora hena bongwe the little ones came in their uniforms and everything so that's where I learned to okay go pro hangwe I thought it was just for the sheriff department for those who want to join the sheriff later But ik werk aan de police department, ik werk aan junior ones. Ik werk aan Navy, the junior Navy. Karena mangali amban viruso so handa ki arani ka irahina lo benda me wahara ini rahina for their future, for whatever they want to go into. But those things too are also offered in schools. So horrible ihina. It's specialized. Not a field where salah igon hina while they're in high school. Do hali ngona hare. So apa hana goi make the most of it. Make the most of our stay here. With sports, they get to travel as well. With sports, with the rugby especially, somewhere in the South Bay to San Francisco mostly. Around San Francisco alone, and even out of state. They travel with the team. They just go. They've been to Oregon, to Idaho, and to Denver and Colorado, as well as Las Vegas. Las Vegas. Las Vegas Sevens. Las Vegas Sevens. He goes with his club to go play. And I remember the first time I in Las Vegas Sevens. So here, he was so excited to see the New Zealand kids, rugby team from New Zealand, the little ones as well. Okay. So hey, I've met these friends. They're from New Zealand. He looks like a Fijian. He goes, are you from Fiji? Yeah. I'm Sarmai with their.
Meron tapawataway say. Talita kironangone ni pakalatunchiko amele na bukuni nonra kategori nangone. Don jina na kamarau ni don bimbi may bicho kuchiro batamay. Romaro tak na non romecho bolingo Amerika chokabeti ronangone.
Iyo sange ingo ni rosa kalib may salokutiko sange ni rosa mana rosange tiko bekeleki na. Sange wakaro sange Itali tahmanya, mana tiko sange lakmi kina, ya kalam, but se voti kona kakeze. We talk they've left their friends in Fiji, menange lakumai to a new place altogether. It took time to adjust. But we got there, they got there. When especially with the sports hat. So ngomong gitu kan ngomong untuk kita normal satu no, we don't want to move.
Bisa cukur lai, sar cukur na bikilai, sa cukur tola tampaning gitu. Kaya marutak talanya cokabe cini, yo kemni angkas ni buli o marutak na namutu ko na cukur maya na namugas ni buli may biti, gana namu may rede Amerika, na nonra sa tikbu budin sarngamay ber na lalay nangon na nonra takada berending dinikin. O marutak na muwase maya. Patulele berasa mo cukur mengorang kas ni buli. Terbarong cukur.
Iyo, maka. Iyo, matalau hindi na dapat risi. For me as well, nanunggul ako may first year nanunggul ako may. Laku sa nonro koribuli. Sanggay bidang sanggay like mata chimbengan ni mata. Wala ko yani. Muli ridra o tombal bat kero because the school is just near this is the elementary school. When kita sanggay lah mikin. Wala chulay wala. Ito tombalenga. Wala ko yani. Within ngoni sala me doing road duty as early as 7:30. The school principal herself.
Wow.
Eu natunda ka wase servir na no tokan mi biti. Ai que mundo. Agora que nem within ngoni sala. Norto principal.
That's leadership, in action.
Yeah, okay, maybe to keep me sarang kalalay okay, road duty, okay. It was really something to see in the labeni. O principal sarang itu bitaba kitu mateni kot bersa tingun salme kerto nang wani neta koso. Iyo, gitu tolo tala kana nona kiliken mai. Kaya nga may radio nga makin. Ayu, good morning Moses ma'am, Bronx ma'am. Rin kila nera ngo kikilay nga nanro na luwengo. Kore ko nga may, you Moses mom, good morning Moses mom, good morning Ron's mom.
Isa.
Iya.
Nabikilay, eh?
Yan sekolah rome kelas 5 ke, kelas 5, kelas 1, yan doon korbuli. Role kelas 1 itu kelas 1 satu kita total korbuli. Iya. Korbuli pala nga yan, ngelakain yung school principal, he welcomes the students at the gate. Iya, so ini ndalakan minta kutir na lupenda. Anda leva ambul sartengah bir mata-mata ni ndambi dire dia tava ambul mo na principal sarne. Ambul binaka yun. Iyo mbona kabinaka. Ndana kabinaka. Ni ngona sarne ko binaka tundon kay kusar ni sarne sarne ko sarne ni bosa kini ko ya. So tarungan dona ka sar sarne tarungan ngone ni dur sartengah ko.
It's very approachable, eh? What a very approachable way, eh? Sa siyang talin ni Daredo principal misong chumino na balbol eh? Menangay kambata kina bida na kambat ng gay bangkarano na matinikato mabalik tumikin na principal. Tas harer matanga na tuk-tuk.
Dali ker telebi buni wala, ker mo ready principal eh.
Di.
Wah chili keri, mo lirit man dengalala tuk sisang eh.
Iya.
Iyo ya kenda, maybe ke. Iyo. So approachable kayo ni kaji guys, so approachable. Dalam ay satu may. Hello. Iyo. So.
Totok. Nakabaliw. Totok sarangan mo siya may na may bule Amerika na may kain renre kina may kara o nitalitaka chiko nga na yalo to adapt to adapt. Claro, kaya Indonesia itu boleh kerket sarang may biamele, bisera, bi Clarinda, gosangol may bi kochokabit na the ability to adapt itu in a new country, in a new community, and be able to allow your children. Bir talaga nangon ni menda nanumir talaga how to adapt. Bosib na puner bibyo mikin. Totok bako uji cokabe coklan itu so talaga na ex Jasper apa rorong cukumingo sakya nangon saranggo cokabe cuma bambu lamanda uklan itu kan sere ono bia langata weekend ni kuah itu kan nakau na binakata mo sera wiliu ni bernyo lang sere seta bono mutubutuba. Over to you, madam.
Vina kembali betul ngadra mo na ba bambula ba bina talchuna verna toka ningas ni buli may biti klan sa tutik na ang buli may biti matanggo ka iya
sa tiku sarangan di kuah
iya cinta city iyo ba ni bina ketika ni na baki klan gol te bakawoti tikongo tarisi lakan yang baki sawoti pakauti na how many months now? Yeah, I think 3 months ago. Pakauti na syllabus for 2021. I think that is how they do it. May pakauti na syllabus ni 2021. Yeah. Yeah. So babi na nakatikan ni bikim ni kafasar na ngas ni buli. Turang maramang ngas ni buli na BSCVT. Wala ni barong timikin na kabini ko na kabinak sarvalewo na yalon dinatiko na nom ni bengarabi na nonra susuni nonra babuli ditiko na lube biti klali na bebanu hendo den resar na bengarabi kina o klati ko mato bengarabi me yanu nando na ngona o bengarabi me kandavu yang makin 5 may kandavu bikim do na maram ni kandavu ya usali sumot me nom do yan Sa kono endo dende sara na bengara bikina mletena senga lew na senga kina liwa so nangona na nande bi wale wale singa ni bina kasara so na panua singa kina wai ya pa bina bina community kuna namuni yalon dinitiko na bengara bi so we can so nangona and we go out of our way to buy teaching aids and materials for our children. But the same baru taking back selelim back na materials baru taki kornibuli and we go out of our way to give for our children. Nanon dengan dreva merahuli bina kana lubenda. Ya ko wa bina tik ni weekenda to kana tik mayanu yanu win na ka lewu na londina na bosota na bondo wan kambalavu na tomba lembeka so na bondo paiba da susu da mama da tale dali susu tale Iyo ndabu sote tu na kuni benga rabi beka fi bikina bekenda na kalule watumanda kalule wachaba so no era vambe era siro ra tako se odi wai era lakuti kunga binaka sarbale we kim ni saran turna we kim ni ketsar turna marra mangas ni buli I take my hats off to you all binaka wale una benga rabi kina no nyalandina virtalanga no le buli ke sabaroti manaka ni kuwa binaka lewu na buli bangu matua na buli bako koa na bakaronga bakalewi bale bita kena nondang gas ni buli kanda bakaroko bakaroko takira rangasi weekend bangu ver kita rangasi weekend iyo babini natal tunga ver kesarna wa kambula kena wa mo tal chinga bakano ni binaka ver kesarna ana people no eso venga remikina ya mai bitongo mai lotoka mai nrue mai kandawu lotoka vision school sa dan ting bengo na lotoka ndelana primary school ver kesarna kena ngasni buli kena ngone buli oti nan rabuni primary school mai kandawu mutumbula binaka na venga rabi lewu ni bakador tu na bimarroi ana no muni banua ana mbongi ni kwa ke kemni ke sara buli woti mana be banua so buli mai kina Lekutu district school me mbula re odosara me Maris convent school me lebuka bula binaka me lebuka all capital sweet all capital lebuka yeah. And all former students of Jasper Williams High School, nimbula binaka ke desara ni kuwa banu ni binaka ni nandone ambaki binaka weekend and ambaki ni kuwa and to the Kingdom Builders San Francisco and Lancaster. Shout out to you all tonight. Doanga na sira wartak ti mani kuwa me mai bebaka ungeti bebaka yalo ngangateki weekend. To come and encourage us as we enter into the new year. This song vera na bulangi vera baronti kama nambong ini kuwa kwendo na kau ndo takawa na Facebook ndo langa sere ndo langa tana wasini kaloe. I sing the scriptures and I do it on Facebook mostly every Sundays and sometimes other days whenever I'm available and to other platforms where I'm invited to. So this is something that I do. I sing the scriptures. So tonight I'm going to sing a song that comes, it's my original songs from the Lord, from Exodus chapter 33 tonight. That's what I'm singing tonight. This is a song that comes from Exodus chapter 33. It talks about Moses and the glory of the Lord. Moses being a leader, leading the Israelites out of Egypt, took them out of Egypt and into the promised land. So Moses being a leader, leading his people. So this will be our prayer tonight for our nation, for our people of Fiji. Salabat kikenda nakalo and alamoni ambaki ngwaka. Katika ngona serengo, my presence will go with you. Ko Moses sebi wanaklo. Kimem na sinilako ke baka ni sinilako ti kimami. We want your presence to go with us. So that's my prayer tonight. We kenda kita sar na lubi na kono ndamdi barong me kena mbong ni kuwa. Na marri kenda na matay chawa. Alhakan matay chawa na marri kenda na wano no weekend. Kana marri kenda na salvate ki kenda. Na mbong ni kuwa kena lomo ni ambaki bongwaka. Moses said to the Lord, you've been telling me, said to the Lord, you've been telling me, lead these people. You have not let me know who you will send with me. I know you by name. You have found favor with me. If you are pleased with me and teach me your ways. I know you by name. You have found favor with me. If you are pleased with me and teach me your ways, my presence will go with you, and I will give you rest. I will do the very thing you've asked, because I am pleased with you. My presence will go with you, and I will give you rest. I will do the very thing you asked, because I am pleased with you. Show me your glory,
Show me your glory. Show me your glory. Show me your glory, Lord.
Vinaka makaleo sara maramangasnivuli Chakaveti Hudson na nomu maitinia na nonda to vitala noa na maramani mereke na kavinaka ni kuwa na kavalevu na nomu ni wasea na nomu talendi ni langa sere kena kena waseti kuna bosi ni kalo weekend kena sara na baka rongo tiku malele bra baka bini binaka tiku mengo na BSA viti baka bini binaka sara baka lewe kem toto doko na nongu weka na nomu do mebe wasei nakavale sara ya ni sana tono mai baka moadi be keta na baka rongo tiku mai tono lista li New York amele ke obiando tal no baka moadi be kenda na pasema tiku mai tono ngai ngole be Sera ngai ngole be Clarinda ngai ngole tal be Chakaveti meto sana baka moadi be keta na sema tiku mai kwa nakavaka le sara
nakavale bu Dr. T wabi naktal vale vikimni na Vesureti randa mai baitavi na yakavni kua owa naktal vale berto na marama yakangur to tikarango asgemate ningon me dato sota. There's a wealth of talent here that we did not know. Wabi nakvale vikimni na wakiketo ni warong tik mai viti kika warong cuma na turang tamangu Moses Tambuya may na lot 21 may besi wambula chicken ta wabi nakvale na ve susu na ve marroi na ve babulidi na ve buna sanda mai tuki nongonda redele stal nonra ve susu man de tumbe tario vale no gro de chikna na ve wese na wekango Sera Dolata wakasam takni kitu singi toya vumaindo tunanga semibal oyo nongo buli saya deke gona karota na batangin de bulu ya daboyao na batangin de ni bulu ya daw ya kim to na luyengo me afsarike irna makumbungu me toktan dan batangin de dake so every generation must be higher than the previous generation ando bakasam taktu na bengon irna na besusu dak me vikanda na vale na kito babu valen dona besusu dak be kito le ngon ra tuno kai maramatini kito ndo wambimbi tukina na neto susung mai na vale na rno kai tinango na matuwal na ndurvesi na besusu ngaravi mekina neto tumbo dak mai edo tu menikua na puno kendaren kina na kentinanda rando tokobal katikanda mai samel maramatini kito Padorna wamoni ne role matona bulsaw tu baklar din salo nanar se tu na kani tiniketo ra kawitak chukmana neto ongang ba matuwal yo kenda na netuki endo ruano da korre na kornitinanda kornitamanda kenda sawawa tisangai katul tal ni nonda korre na vale bikim ni na kangu na matuwal ni nganengu mai chiliba nakasela kanda bu chuta tambuya rto na kangu nandui koro na rto na korombiao rket na kangu na abusabun matul kebkani barong chima na kabni ko wa na vale no ni bitokon bitab chima na kabni ko ambitalar na kangu mai dalila sakau na mosi na puno rondo kinan ran bi kan ni to matuval wambula ke chigan bikem ni na akabni ko wanunu ini na don na mbaki bina kabikenda na mbaki ngo enda wanunu chikme voto loma chikbikenda na kalo mena na sota tale na mbula bina kana maro na vali kimdona kango bina tala vali utakati
na ko wale sara amele atona wale sala kabi Sera ranganyo unmute ngano gue kana nomu mon liba okay
Yo, binakabali Dr. T, binakasarbali na Visureti, Dr. T no movie sketch mai, binakabali o bibabli binakatalchungan, wikir na weka may bichi, Beikreto may vale, may rewai. So ngo lebu to senga da kabango bagali. Kim to meni tambali bono, kim to meni mukuta. Kim to ronga da chikona kali mal malumu kena beto koni dina kita mai tu alang. Kita vitadini. Hame kita alang kena ngani kita tundu ana songo ma chilla ma da sakora mutu. Mutu lingana mai. Nakawale. Nakawale beikreto mena korni basu. Bikaw itaki ala kutunga harumayal roro tangasi. Nakutunga mena bikaw itaki. Onrendre to kena biyo kan may bichi. Na may tiba langi. Se kola tunga ne bubuli machili weekend na may bichi. Nakawale ba no do pilomani. Do bikaw itaki we nugunei mulubaw. Nakawale ba no do lito kingin na tauchi ko may bichi. Tauchi ko na luwe no mo. Nganem. Do na bebe kani. Nakawale ba na be susu. Inanalwata may rewai. Ikim to kwara be aka. Lo yaka nga to kangu wer to isia nga nengu chuki Amerika pemblo wana te dingu chuki Amerika nakawale to pinga di chiko de vila mani chiko nakawale dokte ti donerna nugu dondo kondo katu ni muchi maramli kandabu munge che marama gul kora guli wech penza ko ba dor guli watene sim por guli bata do kondo katu gina to no mu program do talte abarorong ba no program ba bilim nakawale Roma ichilo tuke benda may bikila ito kanango ni bitch na bitch may na mo hari tu na biba saki na undo ner nugu maro te kina to na mado todo hari chilchiko na tu yasan baturang kandabu na basa kandabu na may chilo tu may chiga na ngane undo ner na kena may binakatal nugu basa kandabu sa amin dindo basa kandabu for a long time halo tono sa balang sa mambaw ya nangona ke na mo program iba ungi chiaw na basa kandabu ni ronga ta chiko binakabagalib nakasarap kalebu abin nakabikirto may nakoro may rekraki raramba pumbula korno gweka may yale may ngasele na wai neyo chile buka rekraki pumbula banu ni binak na singa na ambaki kubuka mche ambaki binak weekend todo ko may bobo binak nanda buli na rabul na ngwane na lotu hanga chuga na lotu suba indina bikim to menu korni basu na cikina rabu turang otabuki mingaloa nung korni basu ka ndo zim tekin kirto tunga mena tubuloka to nung korni mutu au ba nuni binaka chen bikim to binaka balebu mutu mode na maro tekin nda me beru tali babino na tanga berto na marama kito me biwe sei chugo binaka balebu num do biwe sei nda me sota mutu mode nakabalebu aloha Dr. Teresi nakabakalebu
Sabina, kabila kabale besar serna saya matali cukup benua bikin beruka ba biokani kiamel ibna kabale besar muru boso sa mai wasia na kabale besar kami untuk keren itu tahu Clarinda any last goodbye anyone that you may have missed before Clarinda, now's your time.
Wait, I'm sure I missed everybody, a lot of people. But Dr. T, thank you so much for having me. I'm so honored to be asked. And just it's been so wonderful to connect with you all and just as I'm learning Fijian, it's so nice to just sit and listen, and I'm starting to recognize some things that I had no. It wasn't clear to me before, so it's so lovely to just listen to you. I could listen to you all night, even though I'm just piecing it together what everybody's saying. But I just wanted to wish everybody well. I really, I guess, speaking for myself, past couple of years have been particularly difficult, and this past year is, a lot of losing a lot of people, to COVID and all kinds of other complications, just lost so many people. So, a lot of just, dealing with a lot of grief and, very difficult to kind of think. It's very difficult to think positively, into the new year and to kind of, move through or move past the grief and the weight of, all that has been going on and how difficult it is to, to travel and to connect with our family and to see everybody. And we just, we can't wait to be able to travel and reconnect and, especially with the old people, make sure we,
see everyone, because we don't know when, how much longer everyone's going to be around. And this past year has really shown us that. It's just really shown me that, losing people, all, my, husband's grandfather, and then my midwife, and another friend who's similar in age. And so anyway, I guess I'm just saying that because I know it's not just me. I know so many people I'm talking to that like, man, we're losing everybody. And so I guess what I wish for myself and for everybody in the new year is to be able to heal and to grieve properly, and not feel the rush to try to get back to normal in any kind of way. It's just it's where we're at, and we have things we need to heal and acknowledge, and so that's where I'm at. Just wishing everybody a lot of rest.
Nice.
We all deserve it. We shouldn't be feeling guilty about it. And yeah, just wishing good rest, good healing, recovery for everybody. That's my big wish for us all this year. To everybody, to my family, everybody, the Fijian community you have, the amazing community you have here.
Clarinda. And from Oahu back to Sacramento, Joey, last word before we finish our talanoa. Naka, Joey.
Naka levo Dr. Tarisi. Saya usasin runga derto chicken na ni marang strong with myself. Anyway, turungon na pinakinggo mo babi pinakte kimini Dr. Tarisi na bisuriti lang timenambong ni Koa na waliw na bisemati na waliw na bengarabi. Na waliw totoka na warong dito na bi mbuba pangambuleso ngole timana biasa iburubura. Iyo to kalongatan ni Koa tambonting tek tu mentamai lewana tiko na namu matu wale ni bisemati ani be waseya na mbongi banaka ni Koa. Kaliw na babi ni binaka babi ni naka tiko wale hambula pendo na momo tiko sarmai ndeumba nambong ni Koa momolai warong iumai bulare en nambulare na bebuke na mumbula bakoko igo iyo be marro igo halu choba na mumbula re les abi omani berang karabi abi na horo iyo babi ni benaka ber odo bubal mekabula babi ni benaka igo behemia odo saran do bito koni mbani hea mana muboi na bonole fu ikina ole fu na sana mbua la re banuni ra iwana behemia odo sara alu be mbua alu be bi na be sai bi na be sai bura behemia odo sara lalai angone pambimbi behemia odo angone lalai be borong imana mboni hua pinaka sara balehu ni dona ambakire ambakingoi be kento tok sar nangone barong timembo ni Koa tabuli bakokoa be kenda na youth iyo ndo nambaki pinaka nambaki 2022 kita kena na numati tal chikano nda banua kenda mai biti lebih biti na tik mai biti ai be kenda na telangana biasa buru-buru nda na bito kuntik ber na mai nonda banua ken mas like tik nonda banua na liutaki ni nonda banua babaru tik nonda bendingi na mas like tik wale nonda banua na kena liutaki me solena kalau na tomata era tomata binak mera liutak nonda banua good shepherds to lead our people with knowledge and understanding from the Lord mera liutaki mera nikoti kota na nonda biti kena be banua be na bengone so bengona binaka matanda binaka sarwale sa bamo tal tingani be kenda totok sarbarong timembo ni Koa binaka sarwale una sematik mai kenando patitik mai na be wase na talano enambong binaka ni Koa ni mode bahamo tiko talanga verto kedna bulwat na just high school ratiko ngoi America Jocks USA ni mbola ni sabanu ni binaka tal tingani be kemni na lomani ambaki ngaka ni nando ne ambaki vinaka vikenda vinaka wale na bisimati kana bitokoni ana lamani ambaki bitaninda na bitomani tiko na lamani nando telambaki bungoka that we continue to take care of each other and look out for one another and be kind to one another vinaka sarwale
Vinaka isa sa totok sa kana ba kumodya sa ba kumodya ni victim totok na marama vinaka ba kalibsara na siya mamay na natutubital no sera de kretel ngarto na jogs merto bito kunya to na mutu reggae night
Yes, please. Ando sa chan table, orto sa resultamen don rto table. Me live nam the table la jogs. Jogs, BMS, St. Joseph, Grammar, everybody.
Vinaka ba kalibsara sa ba man sa chikat victim
public.
totok
Yeah.
levo ko public
Yeah.
vinaka isa vinaka mo New York mo California mo
Hawaii
most welcome
Yeah.
isa mutu mo take care
Yeah. Naka.
Naka vale.
Aloha, oe.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Sabi nako makalevu. Wow. What a beautiful evening. We come nina sama chukumai connecting all our Fijian women, selected ones. I wish we could have more, but definitely we will do more in the next coming days. Connecting all the way to New York, California, and to the beautiful island of Oahu here in Hawaii. Vinakvalib Sara, we came to na weka mutu sema manilevu rong binaka na maybe was saying bata go au nitaka ni nandona mbaki binaka na rono ndolo sum karua and atoman tarchuka na bingarabi ni be talanoa na bula January na bula ida kaunrobe na bula February na bula sebu na bula ke lau. Weekend to na wekanda to me nati dake ni nangaisia machukume na bula sebu na bula February and anonda na may vital na tikukina sana may baka tawarikina na chin kabana sana and anonda bono biti nakabalib sana bikem ni na vito ko ni chukume na program ngo au sa baka mati chukume ngo na yan ni levo Hawaii and tao ni hilo ni moade manda ahui ho.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha hilo. Aloha oe.
Aloha oe.
Aloha oe.
Mutu mode.
Vinaka.
Naka.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Naka malim sana siya mamay. Thank you so much everybody for logging in from Oahu, California, New York, and the beautiful Big Island here in Hilo. Naka bakalev na siya mamay. We'll see you tomorrow where we will be hosting our brothers and sisters from New Zealand as well as Korea. And you never know, we might have our friends from Mongolia. So I'll keep you all posted. Naka sara na siya mamay ni mode.
Ni mode.
Naka.